You're watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. LaValley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
"1966 was a long time ago. In that time, we've gone from the Beatles to Cardi B. We've had 10 presidents, 16 governors. We moved from rotary to cell phones, from radio to TV to internet streaming for our championship broadcast. And in all that time, Hopkinton boys basketball team has been searching for its next title. Thursday night, they took that next step to advance to the state championship game, but now, standing in their way, is a rival who has, unlike the Hawks, tasted recent success, the defending co-champions, the Gilford Golden Eagles. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Laconia High School for this championship matchup featuring the Hawks of Hopkinton and the Gilford Golden Eagles in this NHIAA Division III championship game. My name is Rob Kennedy. Very glad to have you along. We're looking for an outstanding game tonight. It'll likely be extremely low scoring between these two teams. Hopkinton coming in with a record of 12-5 for Coach Steve Signor. Golden Eagles, the co-champs of 2020, a record of 13-1. And neither team gives up a whole lot of points. They'll be at a premium here tonight. Let's take a look at how they got to this contest. We'll check that out right now. Hopkinton defeated Konich in their opening round prelim game, 36-31. As you see, Quinn Whitehead and Owen Milchik with 14 points, and Brendan Elric added 12. They knocked off the other pair of defending co-champs in the quarterfinals, Messinic. Same pair doing the damage to the Vikings that had done to the Orioles. Milchik with 19 points, Whitehead with 10. In the semifinals, had a bit of trouble with Raymond. Got out to a 12-5 lead, the Hawks did, but it took them overtime to prevail. They held the Rams to 8 points in the last 12 minutes of action, the fourth quarter and overtime. So like we're talking about again, that aspect of defense will absolutely come into play. Gilford, the first round, they play a lot of low-scoring games, and a hallmark of that win over Winnisquam. 11 points in that 28-19 victory from Curtis Nelson. Victory over Belmont in the second round, Jalen Reese with 17 points, and that win over Kearsarge. They let Kearsarge hang around for a while, but finally prevailed as that game heated up in the second half. It was 13-10 at halftime, but Riley Marsh with 14 points, Isaiah Reese with 10. The Golden Eagles prevail to get back here and play for the second state championship, the game they were not able to play last season. We'll talk more about these two teams when we return. We'll have the starting lineups and, well, not the opening tip. We'll get the game underway, however, and get this Division III state championship contest off the ground. Should be a great one for Laconia tonight. We'll have it for you next. You're watching the NHIAA Division III Boys Basketball Championship game on YCN TV.
At HR.
You're watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. LaValley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Uniforms, they'll be attacking the goal down to my left. And the home whites, the Hopkinton Hawks. They'll be attacking the goal to my right. We are underway. Riley Marsh will do a lot of the ball handling for this Gilford team. Around the corner, Riley Marsh again. Guarded up by John Jacobson. Marsh through his legs, has some daylight. Oh, a great dish, won't matter. An offensive foul. Riley Marsh picks the first foul up of the game, player control foul. This will be a war of attrition tonight, you would think, between these two teams. Neither one gives up a lot of points. Both with outstanding heights. A real big battle between Reese, you would think, and Elric. Quinn Whitehead to Elric. His turnaround off the glass for two. Hopkinton draws first blood. Marsh outside. Jalen Reese stops at the elbow. Back to Reese. Got past Oberheim, couldn't make it. And Mike Oberheim yanks down the rebound. Jacobson handling the basketball. Marsh on him. Whitehead going baseline pass Reese. Elric again, 13-footer, too strong. Rebound, bounced up to Jacobson, he couldn't score. Nash rejected. Kept alive, another chance for Oberheim perhaps. Take a look at that rejection once again. Don't give him Jalen Reese's neighborhood. There it is. Oberheim outside, Jacobson. Whitehead drives, stops. That was partially deflected as well. Cheek the rebound, quick outlet, Curtis Nelson. It was stolen from him by Milchik. Jacobson pauses. Pass was deflected. Whitehead in underneath. Couldn't get it. Elric has it. The putback. Yes! 4 points out of the gate for Brendan Elric. Jalen Reese handling the ball. They'll go underneath. That shot too strong from Cheek. And a good showing here in the early going defensively for the Hawks. See if they can put more on the scoreboard. Elric again down low. Malik Reese on him. Oberheim in the paint. The floater, no. Jalen Reese with a rebound. He'll take it out himself quickly in transition. And poked away, but too much arm. Owen Milchik. The three fingers will come up on this foul. That's the first foul called against the Hawks. Each team with one. Nelson on the inbound. Who's he going to go for? It's Malik Reese. Reese with 5 in the win over Winnisquam, dished off that time. Marsh able to save it right by the scorer's table. And Marsh fouled on his way to the hole. Basket won't count. The second foul against Hopkinton. It's Jacobson that time. Marsh again handling the basketball. Jalen Reese, tough shot, won't go for him. Two Hawks fought for it. And Milchik able to run it down in the corner. Jacobson taking his time. 3 minutes gone in this first quarter. Elric doubled, had to play it back outside. Jacobson launches. No, it rattled out. Loose on the floor. Picked up by the Golden Eagles. They look to run. Oh, great move to the hole. It just wouldn't drop for Curtis Nelson. Get a second chance. Foul called on the floor on Milchik. That's 2 now on Milchik. Jack McLean into the contest now, number 44, the first sub of Rick Aquilano's bench for Gilford. Another steal for Hopkinton. Whitehead took it himself. Yeah! Quinn Whitehead's first 2 points. He had 6 against Raymond. Double digits the other 2 playoff games. And what's good on one end's good on the other. We saw Reese with a block. Brandon Elric knocks it off the back wall. Thomas Hoffman, the senior, checks in. First sub for Steve Signer and the Hopkinton Hawks. Jalen Reese didn't handle it cleanly, he traveled. And the Hawks getting the start they wanted here tonight. Oberheim. All the way across to Hoffman. Knocked right back to Oberheim, though. Whitehead on the dish. That won't go. Help the Hopkinton player, John Jacobson, back up in that rebound. He got fouled, and the Hawks will keep. Fouls Jack McLean's his first, as he just came in. Jacobson well behind the arc. Oberheim for three. He likes that spot. Not that time. Jacobson the rebounds. And held on to it a bit too long. He had the right idea to dish it off to Whitehead, but couldn't get rid of it in time. The turnover gifts it back to Gilford. Nelson and Marsh, the backcourt duo. A lot of noise in here for a third of a house. You can feel the energy. Malik Reese. He took the big man Elric up and got fouled. So Reese at the line. We'll see how the Eagles do at the line tonight. Neither one of these two teams was brilliant there in the semifinal matchup. Reese, the senior, with one more. It's 1 out of 2. But he does have the Golden Eagles on the scoreboard. Whitehead. Jacobson. Elric's up by the free throw line. Malik Reese right there with him. He seems to be very patient, looking for the shot opportunity they want. It might take you a while, too. That's a great pass across the paint, and they lay in for Whitehead. Wayne Whitehead now with 4 points. And a 7-point lead for the Hawks. Marsh had to kick it back outside. Curtis Nelson. Malik Reese thought about the shot over Elric, took him to the boards instead, and kissed it off the glass for 2. Let's see how the Hawks respond with 2:53 remaining. You see the score and the time in this first quarter. Jacobson playing pass with Oberheim. Elric got rid of it. Whitehead, quick hands, Malik Reese on the steal. The ball kicked. That means it'll stay in Hopkinton's hands. Another sub for Gilford. Austin Normandin comes in. He's a 5'11 junior. Oberheim trusted to get the ball in play. He did so. Whitehead outside. Jacobson. Oberheim calculating. Whitehead again. Oberheim. They gave him a moment to take that shot. He didn't want it. Whitehead looking in Hoffman's direction, went outside instead. Jacobson into the paint. Won't go. A rebound, the putback, no. It's volleyballed around for a while, and they'll get Quinn Whitehead going up on top of the back of a Gilford player. Foul number 5 on Hopkinton. First on Whitehead. Approaching the 6-minute mark of this first quarter. Nelson outside, his Eagles looking for their first field goal. They've been held off the score sheet, save for one free throw. Maybe till now, blocked from behind. Second chance putback, too strong from Normandin. And it's that Hawks defense really giving the Golden Eagles fits when they get inside. It's not been easy sledding down to the other end for the Hawks either. That pass deflected, a foul called though. Malik Reese, too much body contact perhaps. And it is 33, his first. Both these teams battle tested, both played plenty of D2 teams in their schedule. That's stolen away, Curtis Nelson. Normandin outside, they'll go inside, and oh, they did have Jalen Reese, but the pass overcooked. There was an opportunity. Jacobson deliberate back up the courts. Ulrich doubled, tough pass, they forced it and paid for it. Nelson backed off by Jacobson. Norman outside, Nelson the shot, no. And that was last touched by Malik Reese. Hopkinton basketball. Andrew Flanders in off the bench now. He had 3 points and wins over Belmont and Kearsarge. Guy who is an excellent depth player coming in, the 5'7" senior. Last minute in this first quarter. It's been what we expected. A low-scoring war of attrition. Oberheim and Flanders in a battle of twos. Elric. And a cutter knocked out of his hands, though. Jacobson had it, trying to make the pass. Flanders launching the three. No. It's up in the rafters and almost right down through the cylinder. Would have been an instant impact for the senior. Not this time. Steve Signor saying slow it down. Slow it down. Looks like they want the last shot, at least the bench does. But he's stolen away. Flanders again. Takes it himself. He'll go to the line. Jacobson with him stride for stride, but John just picked up his second foul. So 6 fouls already as well on Hopkinton. That means the Golden Eagles will be shooting the rest of this half from here on out. Couldn't get any closer than Flanders did. This game coverage being brought to you in parts by LaValley's Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Here's one more for Flanders. It's 1 out of 2. Now the Hawks will certainly play for last shot. There's 10 seconds remaining. They'll go outside. Nice baseline cut, Thomas Hoffman. Time for a response, we'll see. Flanders the hurl, no. A 6-point lead after one. The Hawks in charge. A lot of time of basketball left here in the NHIAA Division III Boys Basketball Championship game on YCN TV.
You're watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. LaValley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Next week we start our YCN Game of the Week, second season, as we bring back great games from the past. First game features the 2012 boys lacrosse matchup between the Cougars of Kearsarge and the Raiders of Lebanon. Check out our YCN News Facebook page for upcoming events and upcoming games. Hopkinton with the lead in the basketball to start the second quarter. D3 championship on the line. Quinn Whitehead. Our officials timeout. Not exactly sure for why, though. Official on that far side blew it dead. No matter. Hawks will inbound again. Whitehead, little daylight, trying to exploit it. Real tough inside. Look at Elric Sky for the rebound. Can he get the putback? He certainly can. 6 now for Brendan Elric. That's an 8-point lead once again. That matches Hopkinton's biggest of the contests so far this evening. Quick hands, Oberheim to steal. Milchick handles. Hoffman underneath. Too strong for Oberheim. Gilford basketball. Wholesale changes. Curtis Nelson back in the contest. Riley Marsh back in for Gilford as well. And there's Malik Reese too. Teams fairly evenly matched the last 6 times they've played. They've split the 6 contests. Big one, of course, was last year in the semifinals. Gilford won that by 13. It'll be a shooting situation now on a 1-and-1 for Jalen Reese, as that's the 7th foul. It's on Oberheim, his first. He's looking to eat into this deficit from the line. He's got one more. This will be a real pivotal key in this first half, in the second quarter. The ability for Gilford to get to the line. In fact, they're already in the bonus with an entire quarter left. Reese hits them both. And a deficit 6 once again. Oberheim almost had that stolen by Nelson, but numbers for a moment. Hoffman tries to take advantage, no. And Reese juggled it, but Jalen couldn't hold. Hopkinton basketball. Back to Oberheim, just got that past Nelson. Floated there for a while. Milchick for 3, bang! Owen Milchick, his first 3 points, they're big ones. And it's a 9-point lead. Isaiah Reese in now to Jalen. Jalen, the kick out. Marsh, nowhere to go. Isaiah Reese. Jalen with it again. Took it to the hole. Great take. 4 points now for Jalen, and that's what Gilford needs. They have to get him going. Milchick just hit that triple. Got the ball back, and he got up in the air. He heard and saw Curtis Nelson. Golden Eagles basketball. Seemed like Nelson was out of that play for a bit, but he got right back in. Altered the shot, stopped the shot, in fact. Causing the violation. Isaiah Reese to Jalen. Another strong take, won't go that time. Elric the rebound. And that's going to be a battle. Elric down low against Jalen Reese and Malik Reese. Oberheim. Milchick again. Whitehead took on the trees. Elric the rebound. He won't get the shot, but he will go to the line. Let's see how the Hawks shoot from the stripe. That's 2 on Malik Reese. One more for the big man, Brendan Elric. At 1 point last year in the semifinal against Gilford. It's already 6 tonight, could make it 7 here. Neither one falls for the lefty. Now a chance for Gilford to respond. Marsh for 3, it's offline. Long rebound to Jalen Reese. Those long shots will kick all the way out. Marsh, Reese again. He got fouled. They can pound the ball down low. They'll get to the line. That has been the case so far. One more for Reese. Elric's fouls his second. We're going to make it a 6-point game. Not this time. Both teams let the other off the hook by missing 2 at the line. Elric way out. Oberheim. He's a threat to shoot from out there, but not right then with Jalen Reese all over him. Hoffman In underneath, the kick out to Hoffman again. It's tough road down inside that red paint. Milchick. Jacobson got his man in the air. Partially blocked. Elric though, right place, right time, 2 points. Big Brendan the junior taking control of this game, a 9-point lead. And they've got the ball again. Passed ahead, Jacobson has to pick it off the floor. A traveling violation. Credit the hustle that time, Riley Marsh getting back in when the play looked as good as dead. It's halfway through this second quarter. 9-point lead for Hopkinton. And exactly the type of battle we've expected so far between these two teams as the Hawks look to win for the first time since '66. Isaiah Reese for three, yes! Took a while, but it dropped in. Big shot for the 6'2 freshman. Elric trying to explode. He did draw the foul. That's on Malik, that's three. And it is indeed, I just see on your screen on the scoreboard. So there's an interesting storyline. Malik Reese, the senior, lost certainly for the rest of this half, you would think, and potentially part of the opening of the second. Three on the way, Milchick rattled out. The rebound, Jalen Reese. Marsh. Nelson, the floater, got his own rebound, wouldn't go. And the third time for Reese, won't fall either, but he gets to shoot at the line. Elric's foul now, his third. So both teams with their big men in foul trouble here. One more shot for Reese. Thomas Hoffman back in the contest, the 6'1 senior. 5 points against Raymond, but he was great defensively in Paul Goding. Either one falls. Oh, great tip by Oberheim to get the ball back for Hopkinton. Whitehead put the brakes on. Hoffman. Got a defender in his shirt, that's Riley Marsh. Oberheim again. Deliberate pace from this Hawks team with 3:04 remaining in the first half. A 6-point lead. Whitehead just kept that in bounds. And they'll keep the basketball after Nelson knocked it out. Jacobson in tight. Foul called. At 6 now on Gilford. The first on Jalen Reese. Beat the 5-second counts, and they did not. Took Milchick too long. That's Golden Eagles basketball. An opportunity to cut it to 4 or maybe 3. And this trip down the floor for the Eagles. Nelson outside. Marsh took a long look. Marsh with it again. Isaiah Reese thought about it. Didn't have the time to get rid of it. Didn't have an open look. Nelson, baseline. Over the top, no. Great rebound, Jalen Reese. Outside to Isaiah. Marsh for 3. No, looked good when it left his hands, but just caught the iron. That would have sent this Gilford crowd in front of us into hysterics. Whitehead the take, pretty. Quinn Whitehead now with 6. Marsh stolen away. Jacobson, he's fouled. Marsh got tangled up. That's 2 on Riley. And a 1-on-1 situation for John Jacobson. Flanders back in for the Golden Eagles. Still waiting for their first make at the free throw line are the Hopkinton Hawks. Gilford hasn't been much better though. They're 4 for 10. Those opportunities left laying there by both teams. Flanders handles the ball now. Nelson squared up. Isaiah Reese. Jalen lost it, found it. Isaiah for three, no. Turned into a perfect pass to Curtis Nelson though, didn't it? And Nelson's got his first 2 points. It's a 6-point game. Jacobson lost the handle. Golden Eagles basketball. Quinn Whitehead trying to convince the officials that it had been tipped to no avail. Flanders stolen again. Jacobson. Whitehead, the easy deuce. Boy, defense in this game has been exquisite. If you like tight D, if you like making it almost impossible for your opponent to score, you'll love these two teams. Great save. Sam Cheeku just came in. Traveling violation call, there was some contact. And a timeout called as well. Rick Aquilano wants to talk it over. His team down 8 late in the first half. In addition to the game of the week, replaying on WYCX at Comcast 721, or TDS TV 1013 at noon and 5 p.m. on Sundays and Mondays. All YCN games, along with Yankee Chronicle and YCN specials, are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime at ycnnow.com. Kind of game we've expected so far. Quinn Whitehead and Brendan Elrick, each with 8 points for Hopkinton. That's 16 of the 21. Milchick's got a 3. Thomas Hoffman off the bench for a couple. The other side, though, it's balanced for Gilford, but nobody really putting up any numbers. Jalen Reese with 4. Isaiah and Malik with 3 each. Andrew Flanders with 1. That's been it. That Kearsarge contest, the score at half was 13-10. Nate Camp, the Cougars head coach, said, "We can hold the Reese brothers to 11 points. You told me we'd do that. I would have thought we'd win the game." Same type of situation here, except Gilford's down. A much higher scoring first half and in that semifinal contest. Under a minute to go in the half. Milchick. They don't want to let him take that shot. Reese knows. Oh, this pass came just too late. Whitehead had Jacobson. And it was deflected. Jalen takes it himself. Offensive foul. Standing like a stone wall in the paint, Thomas Hoffman drew the charge. Two now on Jalen Reese. An absolute fearless play by Hoffman, the senior. Breather for both teams while they mopped up the floor with the referee's shoe. Hey, whatever works. Whitehead taken from behind, Riley Marsh. They'll get it ahead quickly, back out to Marsh. Almost had it stripped, the floater. Wasn't sure that was a pass or a shot, but no one there in blue. 20 seconds to go. Hopkinton wants last shot, already with an 8-point lead. With 13. Jacobson with 8 to go. Oh, he almost traveled. Forced the ball inside, and that'll give the last opportunity to Gilford. Really tried to hammer that ball into the paint. That has been a losing effort for the most part against this Golden Eagles team. Reese will maybe hit the buzzer beater. Let's see. Well, he did everything right except score at the end. So it was a tough playoff balance. Actually got closer than I thought he might, showing the athleticism of the sophomore. But at halftime, Hopkinton's happy in their position. An 8-point lead, 21-13 over Gilford. You're watching the NHIAA Division III Boys Basketball Championship game on YCN TV.
You're watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
An 8-point lead for the Hawks at halftime here in Laconia over the Gilford Golden Eagles, the Division III state championship contest. And Hopkinton has never trailed in this game. Got out ahead early and have really held the Golden Eagles at bay for the most part. Gilford cut it to 4 points, but really that 8 to 9 point lead has been ever present for Gilford, or for Hopkinton, I should say, throughout the course of that second quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers. Gilford scoring looks this way. Jalen Reese with 4 points. Isaiah Reese with 3, Malik Reese with 3, Curtis Nelson with a couple, and Andrew Flanders with 1. On the other side of the ledger, we'll check out Hopkinton's totals so far. They've been led by Quinn Whitehead and Brandon Elric. 8 points each for those two. Owen Milchick with 3. And Thomas Hoffman with 2 points. They're 21 overall. So not a lot of distribution on the part of the Hawks. But they don't mind as long as they've got Whitehead and Elric carrying the load. The two juniors with 16 points out of the 21 to this point. Let's take a look at the state championship history between these two teams. Of course, a lot being made of Hopkinton. It's been a long time back in the old Class M. 3 in a row. 64, 65, 66. They haven't been back since. Haven't even played for a state championship since 1966. Also runners-up in 1961. Gilford last year got a half championship, a shared championship with Messinic, and a state championship in 2004 as well. And 4 trips to the regionals, though, 89, 96, 99, and 2007. So Gilford has certainly been around that state championship quite a bit in the last 20 years or so. They trail tonight, 21-13. In this game, not an awful lot like the game last year, I don't think. In the semifinals of the state tournament, Gilford won 53-40 over Hopkinton. People weren't expecting this to be a repeat of that game really either when you take a look at some of the key players who have moved on for Gilford. They had the Division III Player of the Year. Adrian Savaro, who scored 19 points in that game. He's now playing baseball for the Connecticut Huskies. 13 points for Connor Sullivan. Of course, both those two seniors last year and graduated. And the same for Hopkinton. Kevin Newton Delgado had 17 points. Shepard Murdo, 10 points. They both graduated. So you're really looking at quite a few new players who will carry the load for these teams. We weren't really expecting the same kind of game. We don't have it overall, as Gilford got out to a lead in that contest. Never looked back. Gilford led by 12 at halftime last year and forced a ton of turnovers. That is the one thing that has been a situation we see in this game, is there have been quite a few turnovers. Both teams' defense just really forcing the issue. And it's been very hard for both Hopkinton and for Gilford to make any real headway when they get the ball across that timeline overall. We aren't surprised about, though, while it's a different game, is that this is going to be a matchup that is hard to pick. If you look at the last 6 meetings between these two teams, each team has won 3 of them. Last time, of course, was that game at Keene State I mentioned. Gilford win by 13. Gilford won in February of 2020. Hopkinton won the last 3 before that in 2019, 2018, and 2017. And Gilford, the last time in the playoffs, 2015, outside of that 2020 matchup, won that game as well. So the last 2 playoff matchups, Gilford has prevailed. Hopkinton has got 3 straight in the regular season, sandwiched by that one Gilford win back in 2020. But they do have an 8-point lead here at halftime. We'll bring it back to the second half coming up right after this. You're watching the NHIAA Division III Boys Basketball Championship game on YCN TV.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more, with more frequent major weather events. Don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
There's something for everyone in the Innertown Record newspaper, your trusted source for community news since 1993.
I like to know what my town officials are up to. That's why I read the paper.
Politics, local elections, and more.
I like to see my friend in the Innertown Record.
Correspondents keep you up to date with what's going on in your neighborhood. The Innertown Record thanks you for supporting advertisers who bring you the local news.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a La Valley Middleton building supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
The teams were ready, so they took the last minute off the clock in halftime, and it certainly served Hopkinton fine. A three-pointer by Owen Milchick gets us rolling. It's an 11-point lead for the Hawks. It's their largest. Gilford in blue as we switch direction here in the second half. They'll try to answer on that three. It won't go for Nelson. Blocked underneath. It's a held ball. Gilford keeps it. But in a game with defenses being as good as these two teams are, a gap of 11 points, if that gets any bigger, Hopkinton can disappear over the horizon. Gilford's going to be real careful. They turn again to their sophomore, Jalen Reese. Not easy for him underneath. The Hawks with it again. Whitehead. Milchick just nailed that three. Oberheim. Milchick wants it on that left side. Oberheim around the screen that Elric set. Whitehead. Jacobson as well. Another deliberate possession for this Hawks team, and why not with a lead? Take time off the clock and score. It's a good thing. They've done that first part. Let's see in this possession if they get the second one in. Of course, no shot clock. In New Hampshire high school basketball, Elric caught the defense unaware, but Malik Reese woke up just in time. Oberheim called for the foul. That's 2 on him in the first foul of this second half. Hopkinton got their 7 fouls very early in the second quarter. Didn't burn them. Neither team shot very well from the line at all in that first half. Hopkinton didn't hit a free throw. They were 0 for 3, and Gilford 4 out of 10. Riley Marsh around a screen. The floater won't go. Whitehead skies for the rebound. The shot's just not dropping for the Golden Eagles, and the Hawks are fine with that. Owen Milchick, watched by Nelson. Dangerous pass, but Jacobson got it. Oberheim again, all the way across. Here's Milchick. Elric down on the block, backed out by Malik Reese. There's a foul. Alex Cheek, too much contact with Whitehead. Cheeks first. Isaiah Reese back into the game. He'll take Alex Cheek's spot. Back out to Elric. Oberheim recalculates and recalibrates. Whitehead had a step on Riley Marsh. Stops. Hits. Took a while, but it fell down through the cylinder. Whitehead now with 10. And in the lead, a baker's dozen. 26-13. Hopkinton doubling up on Gilford. Oh, that's great passing. And a strong finish by Nelson. And boy, didn't the Golden Eagles need that. Nelson now with 4. And the turnover gives it right back to the Golden Eagles. Trying to get us back down within single digits. There's something about that lead mentally if you're a team looking up at the scoreboard and seeing that you're down single digits and not double digits. Changes the psyche completely. An opportunity for Gilford to do that here. Reese outside, that's Isaiah. Jalen. His shot, pretty. Jalen Reese now with 6 points. It's a 9-point lead, and Steve Signer will take a timeout. Double straight buckets for the Golden Eagles, and they're down 13 to claw back to 9, and the Hawks want to talk about it. Today's game being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing needs. These games are live on UCNnow.com and re-air on WYCX on Sunday and Monday at noon and 5 p.m. It's one thing, though, despite this being a team or a game of two teams with outstanding defenses, you never get the feeling, as long as it's within 9 or 11 or so, that either team's out of it. Plenty of offensive weapons to go around on both teams. Start getting up to 15 or so the way these teams play defense, and it's not quite lights out. I wouldn't go that far. Again, too much offense in both these two teams. Start pushing to 15 or so, you're going to make it really hard for a team to get back into it with just under 13 minutes of basketball left to play. It's a big possession here with a 9-point lead, and the Hawks with the basketball. Trapping defense. They smothered Oberheim to take it away. Nelson. Isaiah Reese all the way across court. Riley Marsh for 3. Splash! Gilford's feeling it. Riley Marsh, first 3 points, and they came at a great time. It's a 6-point game. Hopkinton needs to stop the bleeding. First run Gilford's really had in this contest. Milchick. Whitehead at the elbow outside to Oberheim. It's short, and the rebound grabbed by Nelson. He's coming quickly. Nelson outside. Marsh for 3. That's off the iron. And saved out of bounds by Isaiah Reese. Riley Marsh. Marsh went baseline for the take. Hopkinton now just up 4, and it might be 2. It won't be the foul necessary from Jacobson. But boy, has momentum jumped back in a big way to the Golden Eagles. That's 3 on Jacobson. And Hopkinton wants another timeout. That's a real necessary one. YCN is available to stream any event live for you. Contact us at info@ycnnow.com for more information on how your local high school graduation, local parade, or event can be televised. Oh, what a difference a couple minutes make. Hopkinton with a 13-point lead, but all of a sudden, a 9-0 run. Marsh with a 2, Marsh with a 3. He's got 5 of those points. Nelson with a deuce and Reese as well. So, talk about that 9-point run. to make this a 4-point game. And now if you're Hopkinton, you got to stop looking over your shoulder. Stop glancing into that rear view and keep looking forward. You're not going to like what you see in that rear view mirror. Hawks back on the floor. Rick Aquilano's boys coming back out. Riley Marsh at the line. He's got a couple. It's been one hole in Gilford's game today. Has been the free throw shooting. Let's see if it changes in the second half for them. This one does. Big shot. It's now a one-possession game. Marsh hits them both. Marsh had 7 last year in the semifinal against Hopkinton. He's got 7 here this evening. Elric down on the block. Oberheim had it taken away. Milchik trying to find Elric down low. It's not been easy to get the big man the basketball. Oberheim to Elric. He had to come back out to take it. Stolen from behind. Riley Marsh got the hand in. Marsh. Isaiah Reese for the lead. Got it! Isaiah Reese, the triple. He's got 6. And for the first time tonight, Gilford's in front. And that happened quickly. A 14-point run. And it didn't take much time to do it. Milchik to stop the bleeding. It's off the iron. Loose on the floor, a held ball. And Hopkinton has the arrow. But the Hawks desperately need a basket to try to get momentum back on their side. All of a sudden, the Golden Eagles just revved the throttle and lurched ahead. Elric. Oberheim watched by Nelson for Gilford. Whitehead. Milchik. Whitehead rattles out. Elric got fouled. That's for Malik Reese. A lot of little storylines in this game. And Malik's gonna have to come out. Wait to make sure it was 4. They did change that on the scoreboard, as you saw. So Reese will be gone for the foreseeable future. The Golden Eagles can keep the lead. They can afford to keep him on the bench. It's just a 1-point advantage. Oberheim open, couldn't get it. The putback won't go, it was blocked. Oberheim has it again. Oberheim. Milchik. Oberheim takes a long look. He sees Isaiah Reese. Tough shot by Whitehead, wouldn't fall for him, and Whitehead guilty of the frustration foul. And that's 2 on Whitehead. Isaiah Reese, the pass inside. Little baby hook won't fall for Jalen. Back and forth we go in this 1-point game. Oberheim. Scratch, that was Milchik. Oberheim has it here. Whitehead outside. Elric. Jacobson trying to find a way in, does so. Second chance, got it. That's Quinn Whitehead with a big 2. 12 points for Quinn, and his team back on top by 1. Isaiah for three, rattles it home. The freshman Isaiah Reese coming up big here in the second half. He's got 9 points. Elric, there's an answer. Long range for the big man. He's got 10 now. The game tied. 30 apiece. This is a barn burner high scoring game for these two teams. As it comes down to the close of this third quarter. You see the time, 22 seconds remaining. Gilford playing for last shot. Marsh holding the basketball, letting the clock drain. Jalen calling out instructions. Isaiah traveled. That'll give Hopkinton a chance. There's 6.6 seconds to go. Gilford has the arrow. If nothing changes, they'll get the ball out of the break. Clock rolling. Jacobson's going to have to hurry. Can they get the shot away? It's blocked. There'll be no further action in this third quarter. Nothing separating these two teams. Hopkinton, Gilford, tied at 30 after 3. Back for a thrilling fourth quarter after this on YCN TV.
You're watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Well, here we go. Tied at 30 with 8 minutes to play in regulation time for a state championship. For the Hawks, it'd be their first since '66. The Golden Eagles, they'd get to have the whole pie this year after sharing it with Messinic last season. Marsh, offensive foul, again drawn by Queen Whitehead. Third foul on Riley Marsh. This will be a chess match for the remaining 7:51. Every possession matters in a game where points have been at such a premium. Every bucket precious. Anytime between two teams like this, but especially in the last game of the year with the state championship on the line. Block from behind, Riley Marsh. Here come the Golden Eagles. Jalen Reese wants it all. Now blocked by Ulrich. A block at one end, a block at the other. Milchick, baseline over the top. That was blocked. Riley Marsh has to run this down. He does. He can set up for the Golden Eagles. 3 on the way. Got it! Another from the freshman. Isaiah Reese absolutely on fire from behind the arc. And a 3-point Gilford lead. They were down by 13 in the third quarter. Whitehead almost lost it to Jalen Reese. Strong take, won't go. Too much Reese inside. Great play by Cheek to hold on to that basketball without traveling. Marsh to Nelson. Rolled out. The rebound, the putback. Sam Cheek off the bench. Sam Cheek's first 2 points. It's a 5-point lead. Everything going Gilford's way and continues to. The rebound, though, down to Jacobson's hands. He'll get to go to the line. And boy, oh boy, the Hawks need this shot. John Jacobson, a little pressure on him right now. Fouls Isaiah Reese's first. Jacobson hits the first. They needed that. There's Malik Reese back in for those 4 fouls. The Golden Eagles did what they wanted to do, and that's not only not lose the lead with him on the bench, they extended it. Those are two big shots at the line by John Jacobson. Back to a one-possession contest. Marsh. See how deliberate the Golden Eagles will be with a 3-point lead. Malik. Jalen. All three Reese brothers on the floor. It's been the youngest who's done the damage. Timeout called. Rick Aquilano realized that his team in a little trouble there. Didn't want to give it away in a 5-second call, so he burned the timeout. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full-service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning systems. Don't forget their Auto Bath Car Wash and Muddy Paws Dog Wash in Coaticook, and their player of the game. Coming up at the end of this contest, we'll name that for you, but I got to tell you, the freshman Isaiah Reese has really put himself front and center. 3 3-pointers, 9 points, all in the second half. They've all come at big times in this remarkable turnaround. Gilford down 13 as we started the third quarter after a quick 3-point bucket hit from Hopkinton. And they clawed back on a 14-0 run. And now that 3-point advantage, 35-32. You see the scoreboard, 5:39 remaining in regulation time. The Hawks will be able to play without pressure for the most part in this contest. Until here in this second half. And Gilford's Golden Eagles roaring back like a freight train. Now the Hawks feeling the heat. And they see that time, that score, and that clock, which is not on their side. Oh, can't catch the ball there. Riley Marsh realized it, stepped into the back court. Bad timing and bad luck for the Golden Eagles. Not a place you want to catch the basketball. A couple feet further behind, that play is legal. Not at the stripe. Chance to pull two back or maybe tie for the Hawks here. Jacobson. Milchick can tie it with one shot. They probably won't give him that though. Whitehead. Milchick again. No way, says Jalen Reese. Here's the three from the other side off the glass. No, a long one from Jacobson. Gilford comes back. Block from behind. Reese gets it again and scores off the glass. Jalen Reese that time. He's got 8. And a 5-point lead restored for the Golden Eagles. Oberheim. He had Whitehead momentarily down low. Would have been a tough pass and a dangerous one to make. Milchick steps back and buries it. Huge shots. Oh, and Milchick, he's got 9 points. And it's a 2-point lead again. Maybe a chance for Oberheim to tie it up if he can win the race. And I don't know why he went to the left side. He had time and he had Reese. Don't think he realized Isaiah had slowed down. So it stays a 2-point game. Make that reverse layup, and I think when he replays that in his mind, are we thinking potentially I should have gone to the right side? Didn't realize he had that much space on Reese. We've crossed the halfway mark of this third quarter. What a great first step by Malik Reese. Got him daylight and got him 2 points. He's got 5. Trying again to force it in the middle. Elric couldn't run it down. Gilford basketball. This is a huge possession for Gilford and a necessary stop for Hopkinton. Down 4. They don't want to get down by 6. Not the way this team plays defense. Isaiah shuffled his feet, traveling call, gives it back to Hopkinton. The mission accomplished on that trip down the floor. The Hawks made the stop. Don't need a 3 in this situation, still plenty of time, but you do need a hoop. Elric been very quiet here in the second half. The Golden Eagles haven't given much room to breathe. But they got that shot. And Vernon is up to 12 points. 2-point game once again. Marsh to the near side, that's Nelson. Nelson, oh, he slid a little bit. Play continued, the return pass, oh, wouldn't fall. Pretty pass from Malik to Nelson. And he just caught too much of the iron. Chance to tie or take the lead now for the Hawks. It's cliffhanger of a fourth quarter. Milchick wants the lead. He won't get it. Jalen Reese couldn't make the pass to Isaiah. Hawks basketball again. So after that frenetic sequence, the scoreboard doesn't move. 39-37. Whitehead. Nelson on him tightly. Milchick. Elrick again. Tried the kick out. Jalen was all over that. Beat the 5-second call. Whitehead into the corner for Milchick. 2 minutes to go in regulation time, a 2-point championship game. Here's Whitehead for the tie, it's rejected. Malik Reese says not now. That's a rough neighborhood to go into with the 3 Reeses down low. That time it was Malik making the swat. It's a 2-point game, 1:55 remaining. Tune in at noon and 6:30 p.m. on Thursdays and Fridays. As we look at this replay, and here's that block again. No way. Tune in at noon at 6:30 on Thursdays and Fridays for Yankee Chronicle. This coming week, Abby will be at Bellette's Building Supplies, the John Howe, their hardware manager. And you can hear about New London Barn Playhouse this summer season, Eastman Skiathon, and the Northern Rail Trail extension to the Concord Town line. Yankee Chronicle, noon and 6:30 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays. First things first, though, gotta crown a champion. Hopkinton down 2. You see the crowd. Not a full house. Can't be this year, of course, but it sure sounds like one. Oberheim. Milchick. Elrick inside. The finger roll won't go. The putback won't either, and that's because Malik Reese committed the foul and has just fouled out. How might that change things? Oh, I take that back. They did not give that to Reese. Cheeks foul was his second. And the first one sat up there for a while, but Whitehead got it to fall. And it's a 1-point game, and Quinn Whitehead can tie it with 1:46 remaining. Pressure shots. We're level at 39. Every bounce of the basketball pivotal now. Nelson. Riley Marsh. Marsh threw his legs around a Reese screen, got some space. Shot wouldn't fall. Elrick the rebounds. Now it's Hopkinton's turn. Can they get back out in front after losing a 13-point lead here in the second half? Elrick at the elbow, tripled. Whitehead couldn't take it inside. Into the corner, Milchick had it blocked, came right down to Whitehead though. Whitehead blocked again! Each Reese got a block, well 2 of the 3 anyway. Isaiah got one, Jalen got the other. A timeout called. 55.2 seconds left. And Whitehead scratch that Oberheim. Having a hard time putting some weight in that ankle. You'll see the block here, the first one and the second. And Oberheim twisted his ankle coming down. He's holding his left ankle. We'll see what impact that might have. Well, stay tuned to the end of this telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat's player of the game. We choose the athlete that had the greatest impact on today's contest. And boy, oh boy, do we have some candidates so far. Quinn Whitehead with 14 points for Hopkinton, Brendan Elrick with 12. Isaiah Reese with those 3-pointers. Be a leading candidate if Gilford pulls this game out. You're looking over on the sideline at a Hopkinton team trying to win their first state championship since 1966. They may have to do that without their senior Oberheim, at least temporarily, as they've got his shoe off. And you can see he's not putting weight in that at all. Thomas Hoffman back in now, a senior. Under a minute to go in the state finals. You want drama? We've got it for you here at Laconia. Marsh playing pass with Jalen Reese. Curtis Nelson to Malik. Underneath. Too strong. A rebound fought for. Jalen has it again. Oh, what a block! Elrick pawed that away. 25 seconds. This time, Steve Signer wants a timeout. .9 seconds to go. Let's check out that Elrick block again. Talk about swatting one out with authority. Watch 22 come into your picture, right in the middle, and yep, forget it. Knocked it away from Jalen Reese. I think Brendan a little upset the other end, seeing both Reeses getting in on the action with those blocks and one of his own. Hopkinton with 25.9 seconds. You see the Hawks bench. The drop, what they will hope will be a last game-winning shot for a title that will end 55 years of frustration. Rick Aquilano's bench. They just want to stop. Any way they can get one. A miss, a turnover, an offensive foul. Whatever it takes to get the ball back in the hands of the boys in blue. The game has been everything we've wanted. What do the last 25.9 seconds have in store for us? The Eagles out first. Here come the Hawks. First order of business, Owen Milchik. Trying to get it in bounds. Fans rising to their feet here in Laconia. Jacobson, clock rolling. Oh, he had it stolen. Had it stolen by Marsh. Marsh's scoop goes in! Riley Marsh puts Gilford up 2. 10 seconds to go. Hopkinton, 6 seconds, they're running out of time. Hoffman the sub, too strong, and he got fouled. He'll get to shoot 3. And that will now be the 5th foul on Jalen Reese. Scratch at 3, my mistake, confusing the 2 Reeses. Malik has 4. And Hoffman at the line. Thomas Hoffman, the senior. He's got 2 more and he needs them both. Last one did fall. A timeout called. 3.7 seconds to go in a 1-point game. Free throws have certainly been a bugaboo here. Hopkinton now 5 for 10. Gilford 6 for 12 in this contest. Each team shooting only 50%. In a game this tight, we'll see if it comes down to make a difference. It certainly could if it ends this way. Now the pressure on the Hawks. A steal or a quick foul. Of course, the problem, though, he only committed 4 fouls, so a quick foul won't do anything as far as getting a Golden Eagle to the line. Funny the way things work. Gilford was the advantage with 1 minute gone in the second quarter in the first half. And it benefits them now that they're not. The Hawks not picking up fouls could be their undoing. They need a steal on this inbound pass. Some sort of turnover. And they get it. It's thrown out of bounds and Hopkinton has life. Wow. 2.6 seconds. They run clock on that. It wasn't touched. A timeout call this time now. Steve Singer talking about an offensive play here. What can they do to set something up to win this game at the death? .6 seconds left on the clock. Referee's talking. I wanted to see if they ran any time off, and they did. They're going to put some back on now. Not as much as you see up there, or as I see up there right now with 37 seconds left, but clearly they do want to reset the clock because that ball went inbounds, was not touched by anybody, and no time should have elapsed. So they've got it right now, 3.7 seconds. That extra 1.1 tick of the clock could be pivotal. And you see they have it up there now. You also see the 4 fouls. That home side committed by Hopkinton. Turned out it didn't matter on that inbounds pass. Let's see what the boys in white have cooked up here. Can they pull a rabbit in the state championship out of their hat? Jacobson inbound, you'd think they'd look for Elric, but I bet the Golden Eagles expect that as well. He's triple teamed. On the inbound play, they do get it to Elric. He lost it on the floor. They won't get the shot away. Well, they did get the held ball. 0.4 of a second left is it. I'm not sure that's enough time to get a shot away. It is Hopkinton basketball. They're going to have to throw that up and hope it can be tipped toward the goal. The Golden Eagles hanging on by the skin of their talons. It's in, it's up, it's blocked! Gilford, the state champs!
Great fucking game, baby. You keep your head up, big guy.
Exultation out there on the fans. Wearing blue, not to mention the players down on the floor. And it's jubilation for Gilford. We didn't get a chance to play in this game last year when it was canceled for COVID, had to share the title with Messinic. Well, it's all theirs this year. And for Hopkinton, we'll have to wait to earn the gold ball. Another trophy in the case for the first time since 1966. They came so close, but fall by 1. The teams would like to shake hands. They found a way to do it. A lot of respect between these two proud programs, of course. They'll go through and bump elbows. What a game between these two teams. Let's name our H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat player of the game. There's a bunch to choose from, but I think I've got to go with Isaiah Reese, the freshman for Gilford, who came into this contest when his team was down 13 points and just lit up the sky from outside in the third quarter. He had 12 points overall, most on threes. In fact, let's see, it could be all on threes. I'll check my notes right now. Yeah, he had 4 3-pointers in this contest. We will name him our H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat player of the game. He had the greatest impact on this contest. Steve Signer and the Hawks. Mike Oberheim being helped out. Played for the title for the first time in 50 years. Good Vibrations was the #1 song in 1966. Hopkinton not quite able to take it all the way. This vibration's still pretty good. Low-scoring battle with Winnisquam in the first round. A close game with Belmont. Knocked off the Red Raiders by 4 in the second round. 3-point win over Kearsarge in a low-scoring game. And the 1-point win here tonight. It was Isaiah Reese in the last couple of games, too. The freshman really had a coming-out party in the semifinals and the finals. And here come the champs. Curtis Nelson out there first. Jalen Reese, the sophomore. D3 honorable mention last year as a freshman. That's Riley Marsh. Malik Reese going out a champion, the 6'4 senior. So is Alex Cheek. Got hurt during football season, back for basketball, has got himself a medal. And here comes Jack McLean, he's fired up. Sam Cheek coming out now. And there's our HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game. Isaiah Reese, 12 points tonight. What a game for the first year. Andrew Flander is the champ. He's a senior. Austin Norman with some quality minutes off the bench tonight. 5'11 junior will be back next year. That's Mitch Pratt, number 12. And about to come the moment they've all been waiting for. The coaches out there to get their medals. And it's kind of like at a wedding. Everyone gets their medals. At a wedding, you kiss the bride. Here, you hold the trophy up. You get to celebrate as a team for the first time as state champs. In some ways, the new boss is the same as the old boss. Rick Aquilano, co-champs last year, full champs this year. So 41-40 is our final score here. Gilford with a 1-point win coming from behind. They were down 13 points in the third quarter, and they came back to win this contest. They are 2021 NHIAA Division III Boys Basketball Champions. That wraps it up for us here from Laconia for our entire YCN TV crew. My name is Rob Kennedy saying so long. Final score tonight, Gilford, a 1-point lead over Hopkinton. 41-40, they win the state championship. They are champs in D3 in New Hampshire. You've been watching this telecast on YCN TV.